Welcome back everyone to Bloodnet. Last time we did a couple things. We got a new party member, Dodger, who likes to jury rig stuff. We made us a flamethrower, and we met a few new people. The first one we need to talk to, I think we talked to everybody here, but let me make sure. Hey tough guy, why so fast? Slow down and see the merchandise. All first rate, top of the line electronics. Take a look yourself. What are you, kid? About 12 years old? Beat it. I ain't no kid. I'm a businessman. Take a look here. I bet you need one of these. What is it? It hooks up to your skin like this, see? The little writing says dermal filament. Dermal filament? Where'd you get it? I got connections. I know every dumpster all over this city. Smells like it. You want this thing or not? Only 200 bucks. I guess so. I'll just buy everything, I guess. I got a lot of money. Smart man. You got an eye for quality. That's why I'm gonna let you see the good stuff. You got a pretty lady friend? I got some nice jewelry. Like what? This little pin I picked up at a real fancy part of town. I know a kid who works in a hotel kitchen. He lets me go through their trash. It's got a little picture of some kind of sword on it, see? 100 bucks. Deal? Sure. A lapel pin. Hey, you're okay, mister. Alright. How about you? Petrostasia. Can you spare food or clothing, sir? Or a power cell? You must have lots of them to power your lasers. Zap zap. I bet you have lots of laser guns, too. Blam blam. You can spare a power cell, can't you, mister? Please, give me one. You look old enough to be looking for a job instead of bothering strangers. How does a poor girl like you get fitted with cybernetics, anyhow? You think I want these ugly things? A rage gang rampaged through the shanties over a year ago. I was almost killed by one of their bikes. My mother couldn't afford to take me to Bellevue. She had to rush me to a black market surgeon in the Warrens, a Siloblossom addict. He put these painful things on me. Don't you dare think I'm a faker. You should give me at least a power cell to make it up to me. Will you do that? Sure. This will make my mother happy. Be careful here. They find dead people almost every week. Everybody is frightened. Some say they are vampires in the camps. And you? Eugh. Bartleby. Wipe that disdainful look from your face, young man. We're poor, but we have our dignity. Dignity? Is that what you call this? Pardon me. I thought it was mud and squalor. Anyone strong enough to live in poverty in this city has earned a degree of dignity. Since script and coins become scarce, the poor can't even beg for money. It's pretty difficult to drop a virtual dollar into a beggar's cup. I wouldn't know. Hunting for vampires, are you? What makes you ask that? You're a freelance. I can tell that at a glance. Don't deny it. You aren't the first to hunt here for supernatural bounty. I don't believe in vampires, but something deadly haunts our nights. And this lady looks like she's dancing. Wanda. Got any food, Ace? I haven't eaten a decent meal in weeks. Got any protein capsules or a flask of absinthe? I've got some clean wine glasses, a screen, and some sugar cubes to melt. Come on, drink a few cocktails with me. Sorry, even with sugar, I can't stomach that bitter stuff. Alright, you don't have to drink with me, but I'm really hungry, and you look like you're packing a wallet. Maybe you'd buy this from me. It's a loaded data spider. Like, I wouldn't have a use for a data spider, but the guy I stole this from looked like you. Looked like a merc. You want to buy it for $500? That would buy me a lot of food. Sure. Thanks, Ace. I'm getting cleaned up and getting to a restaurant. I'll toast you with a glass of port. Alright. So last time we met that nun who asked us to visit her. So that's where we'll go first. To the cathedral. And there's a number of these things, whatever those are. St. Patrick's Cathedral, one of the few churches left in New York, is in disrepair, barely evading the wrecking ball and the developers who have turned the surrounding property into tenement housing. Search. Hidden objects. Whatever. Okay, there's a hidden object. We'll have to do searches more often. I keep forgetting. Can't. There we go. What is that? These things. Holy water curette. Blessed water that when used as a melee weapon causes vampires who are struck by it to retreat. Interesting. A symbol of Christianity. The higher the bearer's faith, the more effective a cross is in warding away vampires during combat. So can I wear it? Huh, apparently. Alright, let's talk to her. Mother Mary, I'm sorry for being rude with you at the camps, but it isn't safe for your kind here. There have been a number of vampire deaths in the camps lately. People are scared. Some of them may have recognized you, like I did, for what you are. I haven't killed anyone in those camps. I'm a victim too. I believe you. I've met others of your race, and I know you're not all evil. That some of you desperately seek release from your curse. Then you can help me? Perform an exorcism or something? Vampire legends say that one of the things I need to cure myself is a priest to perform an exorcism. If you can help me escape this curse, I could stop the guys responsible for these vampires. Alone there is little I can do for you, and I can't leave St. Patrick's for any period of time, or there may not be a church here for me to return to. What are you talking about? The church has enemies, Mr. Stark. For reasons I can only guess at, Trans Technicals sees the church as its enemy and wants to close St. Patrick's forever. That's because Van Helsing is like on the board or something of Trans Technicals, and that's probably why. Brother Complicatus is the parish solicitor. He can fill you in on the details. Alright, hello brother. You heard the woman Complicatus. I guess that's how you pronounce it. It's best I can tell. Make like the mouthpiece you are and fill me in on these Transtech affair. Quite, yes. Very well. As Mary stated, Trans Technicals has, for lack of a better term, a vendetta against the Catholic Church. With St. Patrick's the most. Grand and visible remaining symbol of the church in New York, we've been targeted by the company for elimination. They've made many attempts in recent years. Only Mother Mary's strength and the faith of our parishioners enables us to survive. Last month, a private detective served us with papers claiming to show that Trans Technicals has a legal claim to the land that the church is built upon. Here's the document if you care to look at it. But what it says essentially is that when the church assumed control of the land from its previous owner, it also assumed that owner's debts. One of the creditors was a W.T. Freeman, a Manhattan financier and benefactor of the church. Freeman never bothered to pursue collection of the money that the church owed him, but unfortunately, he never legally absolved the church of its fiduciary responsibility. Somehow, through over 200 years of business mergers and acquisitions, Trans Technicals has come to own Freeman's assets, including the church's outstanding debts, which, given 200 years accumulated interest, have become quite substantial. The company is now moving to foreclose on St. Patrick's. We'll fight it, of course, but, well, one doesn't get very far opposing Trans Technicals in court. So you got a big problem, but it's a big lawyer's problem. What can a guy with my talents do for you? That would be for Mother Mary to say. Alright. You see the problem, then. Until the church is safe from this threat, I can't travel through the city with you. You possess abilities that we obviously do not. If you could use them to help save the church, I could, in turn, help you. A vampire rescuing a cathedral? Kinda like the Corleone family saving the Pope in the Godfather sim. So, you are willing to help. I don't know where you should start. Perhaps with the Dugan fellow. These hateful letters always arrive signed William Dugan, assistant to Walter McAllister. Perhaps you could learn something from investigating him. Alright, so they help us out. Maybe they can help us out. Or we help them out. Maybe they can help us not be a vampire anymore. Apparently, Trans Technicals wants to shut them down, and it's probably Van Helsing's doing. But we gotta find this guy named Dugan. Or McAllister, I guess. Another lead from last time was at the Cafe Voltaire. We were supposed to talk to a lady about getting into the Trans Technicals building. Welcome to the Cafe Voltaire, my friend. Keep those weapons at your side. I encourage my customers to discuss armed revolution, but I don't want to one at beginning here, you see. Can't say I've seen many bars like this one. There are none like it, sir. None. It is people, mon ami, who grant life and personality to a cafe. And it is the people who talk here ceaselessly, who drink absinthe cocktails, write poetry, experiment with technology, seduce one another with unbridled passion and imagination, who give this place spark. I've always been suspicious of wordy intellectuals. They think they can justify anything if they cover it over in enough bullshit. Aha! You have panache. You have attitude. Have a chair. Have a gin. There will be entertainment later. Ultraviolet will be performing instantaneous poetry, fashioned on stage from words extracted from her subconscious by a neural implant of her own design. She runs the output through a graphics program that converts the literal meanings and emotional connotations of the words into holograms projected throughout the room, not to be missed, mon ami. So this is the cafe. The Café Voltaire is the gathering place of the city's bohemian intellectuals. The room rings with arrhythmic avant-garde music. The patrons talk passionately and drink strange cocktails. Unlike the patrons at your favorite bar, The Abyss, these people stare at you. Doesn't really sound like my kind of place either. Okay. We can walk around, but frankly, I haven't seen much of a purpose to walking around. This is Ultraviolet. Would you like to hear my latest poem, please? I love to share my work. Not really. Then I'll tell you one anyways. Roses are red, violets are blue. You're nothing more than a repetitive, closed-minded megacorp creep. Chew on that for a while, Mr. Mega Establishment. Great. Let's talk to you. What do you want? This is, I think, the person we were supposed to meet. Lenora Major. Name's Ransom Stark. Woman in Central Park by the name of Kimba told me you could help me out with my transtech troubles. Yeah, Kimba told me to expect you. So you check out. That's great. But I don't do this kind of work for nothing. It's gonna cost you $25,000. As you know, once it's done, transtech won't be onto you as much when you're exploring the Brooklyn office. So it's well worth it, and I'm not in the mood to hear complaints. You prepared to pay now? Yeah. Sounds like a great deal. Great. Now you want in the Megacorp, you gotta be the Megacorp. I'm going to enter your essence into Transtechnical's security system. You'll always be recognized as upper-level clearance when you enter. It'll cut down substantially on being busted. You just bought yourself a first-class ticket to the inside, Stark. I have no idea what you plan on doing once you're in there, and I don't want to know. Got it? So we gave her the money. Yeah, I got it. But I sort of feel like I've sold out. Went to the other side. Not if you make sure to use what you find in there to screw those fascist bastards. The only way to beat them is to join them. Now, you must have at least a samurai soul box to have the essence imprinted into your matrix. I'll meet you in the net. My well location is Major. Hustle. See you in the net, Stark. I don't think we have the samurai soul box. So we're gonna have to see if we can find one. First, let me write this down. Okay. Let's see what's over here, though. A whole bunch of more people to talk to. Oh my. Well, we'll talk to a few, and then I'll call it for this time. Who is this? Benny Puzzle. 1 down, not load. 2 down, object of sale. 1 across. AEIO. 2 across. The thirst quencher? Okay, I don't know what that was about. This guy looks like he's having a lot of fun. Whoa. Cyril Thorpe. Now you don't feel the need for a cigarette, do you? And you won't again. Actually, I've been trying to quit. Your mind will be focused only on finding the unified theory. See the Nobel Prize in your hand. Read your name in the history books. You've got what you wanted. What the hell are you talking about? Open your mind. Let me in. I can help you. I sense that you're having doubts about marrying the man. Are you ready for this? Just think wellness. Together we can shrink the tumor. Yes, you've got to admit to your department supervisor about the embezzlement. Why mess with a drug that isn't approved by the TTFDA? Trust me and find the truth. Go back to vinyl. Alright. Oscar Nandez. You look like you have a mean streak in you, friend. Can you back it up? We can step outside if you're that interested. You're a real live wire then, despite what Jane Queen has been arguing. There are some in the conspiracy who don't shy away from the more aggressive tactics. If you are a man of the gun, I know some in the conspiracy who would like to meet you. Interested? I might be. I can arrange a meeting. Be at West 23rd and 9th Street. Take the West 23rd Street subway stop. Someone will be there. Gene Queen possible. Don't just hover over our table looking like death on a hot plate. My friend and I are rowing them about the Kafka conspiracy. Want to have a go at it? What's the Kafka conspiracy? Just flying from Kansas, Paleface? Conspiracy's working to bring Transtech down. Maybe the most serious challenge to the company's monopoly on cyberspace. But I argued that they don't take the challenge far enough. Yeah, I admit they frack over some of the company's cyberspace properties. The Sims pirating, public access wells. I mean the language conversion bugs they unleashed 2 years ago. Yeah, that was hell on wheels. But it just annoyed the company. It doesn't bring around information freedom any faster. I agree, that's just hacking at the edges. You don't get Transtech attention by costing them money. They just generate more of it. Only colors they stop are red, blood red. Sing it, brother. A bullet square in the eyes of one of the suits in the Star Chamber will get their attention. A tyranny is only as strong as the flesh of those running it. Punch a few holes in those bastards and people will have the courage to demand their freedom. Windy Range. Interested in our friend with the cyberspace deck, huh? Quite a bit to be interested in. Be more interesting if he had any concept of politics and any facility for recognizing an enemy and fighting it. Who's the enemy? You gotta ask. You are the enemy. Companies run the net, and the net runs the world. They extend their control a little further every day. A flurry of notional patents every day. Companies and individuals leasing data clusters in ever greater numbers. You think companies like Transtech don't monitor everything that happens in the net? You're preaching to the converted, sister. I've been a disgrunt for years, but Transtech's all over this city, all over the world. Hard to fight an enemy with that kind of scope. Believe me, I know. We could CT... He could. CT could do it. He has that kind of power. But hell, parse this. The most important conflict in human history is being won by the bad guys, and a potentially powerful weapon for freedom wastes his time playing Boy Scout. How's that? He's the psionic ombudsman of cyberspace. People have problems, personal stuff. Sexual dysfunctions, psycho disorders, driving obsessions. They jack into the net and let CT go to work on them. It's child's play for him to modify a human mind when it's rendered as a cyberspace data structure. A lot fewer barriers for him to penetrate. He's that powerful? People can't kick a narcotics problem. Maybe burning up on breathers? He can isolate the precise structures causing the addiction and excise them from a person without harming other facets of their personality. I mean, psychologists only dream of that stuff. He can modify or temporarily dampen any aspect of a human personality. What a weapon he can make. I don't know who this CT is, but he sounds like he might be helpful too. Jerry Sue. Yeah, that's not... I don't know what that says. Looks like a different language. I'm not impressed. You weren't meant to be. I said you were a curious one. You seem to be interested in our friend CT. You should talk with him yourself. I've written the address to his well under this paper. If you have difficulty with languages, you should talk to Benny Puzzle. He's standing over there. He can help you translate my note. Benny speaks in crossword puzzle clues. Don't worry, I don't have to arrange the answers like a crossword. His 1 downs and 2 acrosses are just window dressing. But you do have to solve the clues. Cute. It's in 3 different languages. Really cute. Maybe I'll just tear that deck off his head. Okay. He'll hardly be your friend if you do that. You don't want him as an enemy. Where's this note? You burn with anger as you look at Jerry Sue's note. It is written in 3 languages. It reads, "A curiosity, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah, blah." Okay. Jerry Sue said you can help me translate this message in English. Beer container. 1 down Zulu Latin, German, Armai down something. Okay, he did a whole bunch of stuff. That's not very helpful. What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. You're talking crossword puzzle clues. Cute. What is it with you people in here and languages? Guess I have to figure out your clues and translate your sentences into real English. I have a women who... Wow. Well, that's not very helpful. I don't know. I'll have to work on that. I picked it up. What? I can't get rid of it? There we go. Couple more people. What's the story with this guy? He's kind of bold to be decking in public. Looks like he's hot-wired that XC to hell and back. Oh, Cyril, he's something special, man. You had his act, you'd be bold too. He's Data Angel? Archangel will send you to heaven. He's a polycognitive, a cybersonic, combining natural psionic abilities with his capabilities of his deck. His mind's reflexively expansive, takes conscious effort on his own part to contain it from interacting with other minds. I mean, he doesn't need cyberspace. His brain creates his own networks. Damn, and he can hold it all together in C-space? He's that disciplined. Fascinated in his control, it's scary what he could do if he wanted to. That's why he sits without worrying about external security. He augments his powers in the net so that he can scan everybody that comes in here. Thought shields ain't been invented that he can't penetrate, and we're his friends. We try to keep an eye on him. I guess is this the crazy dude? Yeah, this is CT. So somehow we can talk to this dude. Now resisting. Picture what you should. Steroidal berry pie will do to your hips. I see the location of the well. Wait a minute. I'm getting a bad karma reading. They're picking up on me. They know you have a carrier. So somehow you can get into cyberspace and talk to that guy, and maybe he can help us, but I need to figure out that crossword puzzle. Did the stranger with the pale, deadly, pale face show interest in anything? His eavesdropping on your conversations concerning the Kafka conspiracy revealed an interest in anarchy and perhaps murder. A series of muscle contractions occupied his face as he listened to us talk. The resulting contortions of brow and lips uncovered nuggets of interest in the Kafka conspiracy. I'm hardly certain what the Kafka conspiracy is. Don't judge me by my looks, sweetheart. Did he express ignorance of the conspiracy? Feigned or genuine, but vigorous, yes. Apparently she talks in some weird narrative style. Did Joyce Reverb offer an explanation? Within the limits of her knowledge she explained the shadowy nature of the conspiracy, the imprecision with which even the size of the Confederation can be ascertained, the anarchist precepts by which they adhere, their insistence that information follow its inherited predisposition to be free, and their unrelenting and increasingly sophisticated strikes against transtechnicals' previously unchallenged preeminence over cyberspace, I think. Okay, so next time we'll try and figure out maybe how to talk to this dude, if we can figure out that guy's crossword puzzle. And then we got a meeting apparently with some sort of, another fringe group that wants to take down the company. Maybe we'll do that as well. But I'm trying to keep these a little bit shorter now because reading all this stuff is starting to be difficult for 30 minutes. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully soon there's a little bit more action. The only place I know of to actually fight some more are those crazy guys up to the north part of the town, and they kicked my butt last time. So maybe soon we'll actually get some more combat. I think we need to gain some more skill if we're gonna defeat the final boss anyway. So thanks for watching, everyone, and goodbye.